Welcome to the Omega Studio News you can use. Welcome to the Omega Studio News and Talk Show T. I'm your host, Kareem Clemens. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for following me right here on the stream. Today is February the 25th, 2020. I'm so excited that I am here along with you guys. It is a busy Super Tuesday, and I have the social media news for you guys right here, right now. Plaster all on the front pages, guilty as followed. Guilty, guilty. The movie Disgrace, movie mogul, found guilty. Harvey Weinstein is in a Rikers Island jail, or should I say, he is in a hospital. According to breaking news, I can tell you that we are now hearing that, or now we're now going to deliver this news to you guys, where a ambulance that was carrying Weinstein was rerouted to the hospital. Okay, that is the breaking news. Okay, his ambulance was rerouted to a hospital. Instead of taking him to jail, he was taken to a hospital. Okay, do we have any information? Okay, so we're gonna go straight to the source. Let's go to the source. All right. So right here that we can see that Harvey Weinstein was rerouted to the hospital. Okay, convicted, now convicted. I know I can hear you. It's just that this, if you just cut the volume down a little bit. Okay, so convicted rapist Harvey Weinstein, and mind you, he is definitely gonna have to register as a sex offender when he gets out of jail, just like Bill Cosby. But convicted rapist Harvey Weinstein was rerouted to a New York hospital Monday night. Authorities transported him to the jail to Rikers Island. Right, Weinstein, he was in Bellevue Hospital under observation of high blood pressure. Now you would think that when you would receive or thinking that you go to court and you're on trial for so long, right? And then you get a guilty, not guilty. It's like first, actually, really, when the verdict was read, it was not guilty, and then not guilty, and then guilty. So he probably felt like, oh God, I probably won this, and then next thing you know, he is like, oh my God, I'm guilty. And then when his heart even went deeper down is when they revoked that ass and said he is going to jail. So instead of going to Rikers Island, now we're seeing here that the 67-year-old was taken to the hospital, Bellevue Hospital in New York, under observation for high blood pressure. Okay, and then he will go there and he will be there until March the 11th. Okay, so yes, Harvey Weinstein convicted. It is splattered all on the papers. Guilty. Let's bring that up. Guilty, 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 guilty. And we've seen where he had the crutches and his walker, and it's like the next thing you know, I guess that was nothing but show and tell for the social media, the bloggers, but they weren't really feeling that. They weren't saying that, hey, listen, what you did does not, what you're doing, what we see here does not portray. You definitely was found guilty, and we will definitely support the Me Too movement, hashtag Me Too. That's what they say they support it. And not only that, he has another charge in Los Angeles County where he is facing another charge. And that's what I was saying, real quick. You know, R. Kelly has that bail hearing on the 5th of March. Like I said, he may come out. However, New York or Minnesota might pick him up. Harvey Weinstein cannot be extradited until he finish up here. Okay, he was found guilty, so now he's going for sentencing. Then once he take care of this here in New York, he will go straight to Los Angeles County to deal with another case yet again. Okay, so Harvey Weinstein found guilty, and we definitely, well, wanted to share that information to you guys because I believe that's important. Okay. I want to take this time out to shout out everybody on social media. I do want to say at this time, I want to apologize to some folks on technical issues that the Omega Studio News and Social T was experiencing on last night. Yeah, it was a long night last night. We definitely had the taping going on. However, we do know that we were waiting for the Queen Supreme Court to come in, and the jury would definitely reconvene for jury review. However, that did not go down. Okay, so whatever the case may be, we didn't have jury review, so they were kind of pissed off at me. So my show started at that time, and then we were just going to go on that time. But however, we had a great show last night. I also want to say at this time, I want to thank my special guest, Les Hall, who was on our show last night. And I can tell you that, let me see, do we have any footage of that? I'm sure we have some footage. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bring some footage in. Okay. Okay, so we had a after show that went down on last night, and we want to thank Les Hall for joining in on our after show. Unfortunately, we were unable to. We was actually having audio technical difficulties with that. So I'm not really sure what it was. I'm thinking that it was the stream, but I can tell you that we had Les Hall on the show, and we were talking about some of the topics that we discussed on the show, such as Whitney Houston, Harvey Weinstein, and also McDonald's having scented candles. So we got Les Hall. You can catch that. You can hear bits and pieces. It's just that there's a little delay. However, there was technical difficulties. Okay, there was technical difficulties, and we had our after show. And I want to thank him for being on our show. And again, I want to apologize to him and let him know that we will be working on the technical difficulties. But again, 2 guests this week so far. Naylove, thank you so much. You can catch that interview on Facebook, also on YouTube, and you can catch this interview right here on the Omega Studio News page. Okay. Also, too, moving forward, when we have the Omega Studio News is broadcast like today, we try to get someone to come on the show and they would definitely talk about some of the highlights that was talked about on the show. Okay, so thank you, Les Hall, for being our guest. He will definitely be back with us very soon. Okay, so thank you on that. All right, so we have okay, so good morning. Shout out to our social media platform, YouTube and Facebook. Good morning. Okay, so we're moving right along on here. So I do know that we I do now. I wanted to talk about that story, but I didn't really want to get into that story on the Vanessa Williams story, where they were saying that she was playing the family uh, and at that memorial service that was given at the Staples Center. However, social media was having a frenzy when it was saying that the mother, the sister, the father, they was unable to speak at the event yesterday. Like, what's up with that? However, we're gonna go straight into breaking news. We're gonna go straight into breaking news. According to social media, we do know that the disgraced Jesse Smollett had made an appearance in a courtroom in Chicago. Okay, the disgraced Jesse Smollett had made an appearance in Chicago. We want to go straight to the source. Do we have the source? Okay, so I've been talking about Jesse Smollett, and I want to let you guys know that he ain't running from this one. A special prosecutor had definitely indicted that ass. The grand jury has indicted. Don't get excited. You have just been indicted. Jesse Smollett, the disgraced Jesse Smollett, has been indicted on charges. We're going to go straight into the news where Jesse Smollett pleads guilty to the hate allegation, the hate crime hoax charges against him. According to social media, the former Empire actor pleaded not guilty. Now, we know that Jesse Smollett is guilty. We know that the anniversaries just passed, you know, that exclusive interview on ABC, Good Morning America, with Robin, where he said that he was innocent and that there were people attacking him. And then we know right after that, the Austin Devon twins had came and said that this was all a fake because this man allegedly was mad because of his pay with Empire. Okay. Next, and then he did what he did. Okay, he staged his crime. So the anniversary passed on the 29th of February or the 28th of February. I mean January. It's a whole year. Jesse Small has not came forward. We have not seen his face on social media. We even said here on Omega Studio News that you can come and talk to us about the truth. Okay, but Jesse never hit us up. Okay, then everybody just went on a whole frenzy on this whole matter. Excuse me, hold on. Yes. Okay, so Jesse Smollett pleads not guilty to these charges because we know that the charges were dismissed. We know the charge was just dismissed, and we know about a grand jury that was sealed, and then the special prosecutor came in, and they basically had ordered that everybody from Google and their associates and every living document you have that's in archives, which they did, and the special prosecutor prosecuted that ass again. And we're here today, right here, right now, where the disgraced Jesse Smollett, excuse me, pled not guilty. Okay, there is a video with him online. However, I don't have that video, but we can see here that Smollett pled not guilty to new charges brought up against him for allegedly staging a hate crime last year. Now, what I'm not seeing and what I'm not reading Again, I called out the Federal Bureau of Investigation on this. Would the disgraced Jesse Smollett be charged with that federal crime by mailing a hate crime, a hate letter to himself? Would that be considered evidence? Okay, we seen what that we seen what the envelope said. Okay, we seen what the envelope said. We seen the drawing depicting of what was going on there. And mysteriously, this is the same thing that happened to him. So he used the United States Parcel Service to commit a federal crime, something that people are in jail today for doing. So, Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, have you found fingerprints and DNA off of that envelope? Because the last we checked, that's what you guys, the statement has said. And then when everything just disappeared, you guys disappear without saying anything, and then boom. Okay, so yes, we want to know: did you guys get the DNA and fingerprints off of the envelope? And if you did, who was it? Okay, we do see right here that he's being charged. On the night of the alleged tax, Smollett claimed that white male Trump supporters assaulted him. But after police investigated, the Chicago Police Department concluded that the incident was cooked up by Smollett himself. According to Media Takeout, this is the information where we now see and know that the disgraced Jesse Smollett is in court and had been in court the other day to plead not guilty for charges that the special prosecutor had brought up against him, new charges for allegedly staging his attack that didn't happen in Chicago. Okay, we do know that it says Smollett is out on $20,000 bond, and he is due back in court March the 18th. Okay, March the 18th, which is on a Wednesday. Okay, so stay with the Omega Studio News and Talk Show T as more stories develop on the disgraced Jesse Smollett. Okay? It's crazy. I mean, they're not playing. The courts is not playing. Like, seriously, they're not playing. And, you know, I'm see, this is my thing. Like, seriously, this is the Omega Studio News, and the opinions is basically it's all entertainment, okay? My thing is this: the disgraced Jesse Smollett wasted too much valuable time to stay silent, okay? He had all that time to come to the public, say, I'm sorry, it was me, I staged it, can we all just get along, and can we just all just, move on with this situation? But like I said before, Jesse Smollett, the disgraced Jesse Smollett, is blackballed. He is the now Monique of a male version. He is blackballed. Okay? I don't think anybody's gonna work in Hollywood with him. He fucked up the shit with Lee Daniels. Okay, with Empire. He had to end his shit. Okay? He had to end Star. Because nobody wants to see this man on television after he took the most sensitive problems that we're dealing with in America today, homophobic and racial profile. Like, come on now. Like, seriously, you took the most two serious things and you combined it together and you made a mockery out of it. Okay? And again, this man is not black. He is a Jewish gay man. He is not black. He is a Jewish gay man. Okay? He even said it himself. This man is not black. Just because he is tan the way he is not black. He is not African American. He is Jewish. Okay? And that is probably why the outcome and circumstances that we're seeing and that's happening for him is definitely will not happen in the community of African American. You won't see that, where you see someone in the African American community break a crime and then get the charges dismissed after it was brought to a grand jury and also indicted by a grand jury and then you have the help of the prosecutor helping the defense, this $20,000 bail ain't going to be forfeited. You're definitely not going to do community service at no Jesse Jackson community service, okay? Because that's what happened in the last case. So now you said in your statements with your words, like I said, life and death is in the power of the tongue. That's according to the word, okay? Your words are coming back to haunt you right now. You said that Chicago did what was right. So now Chicago, yes, they did what was right. They prosecuted. They re-prosecuted that ass. And now you had the time to come forward. So now everything is now going to be put out because it's going to be open to the public now. Okay? It's here. And so what comes out, the social media blog is now going to find out the truth now. And they're really going to know what you was keeping a secret. Okay? That's why I say, people, you never understand people when they first arrive on the scene, because that's their representative again, and then when they leave, their representative leave, and then they really show up, and then you really know who they really are. So we know what really happened. And for the Occidental brothers, again, they have a defamation lawsuit that's in federal court right now, saying that they are suing the fact that the disgraced Jesse Smollett and his lawyers pretty much mock these two people. They lost their business. They lost their people just lost interest in them. So it's like, and then a lot of people saying that they should have been prosecuted. But let me tell you, ladies, I was saying the same thing. But see, this the thing. This the tea, okay? If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have known, okay? We wouldn't have ever found out if this was a hoax or not. We wouldn't have found out, because it was them that came forward. So we should be definitely thanking them instead of saying that they are part of this, because in that defamation, it explains seriously that right after they had dropped the charges against the disgraced Jesse Smollett, everybody went to them and said, hey, listen, well, if they drop the charges on him, then where does that stand for you guys? So people started still taunting them and saying that they are now the suspects, because the video footage was being released where they was in a hardware store with the whole, buying the mask and the rope and everything. And then we see the video that was released by the police department where he had the rope literally around his neck. Like, come on now. And then I seen all the Google posts at one point, and then the next thing you know, they were just disappearing like this man is the king. And that is what the special prosecutor had asked in that warrant that was signed by that judge, who actually said it was approved, and that's why that ass is standing in front of a courtroom in Chicago answering on recharges of filing false police report on a crime that didn't happen. Everything goes around in revolved doors. What is in the dark definitely comes to the light, and you had your time. Now, whatever is going to be put out there, then now people will really understand and really know what the hell happened, and finally put a rest to it, because we didn't want it to go this way. You had the opportunity. You had a whole year. The only thing that was out there was you sold your house, you got out of Chicago, because you know that the people was talking and they were saying that we cannot have this man living. And I say, bad enough they don't want to see you on television, but they're living here, and this is where this alleged happened, and knowing it didn't happen. So why is this guy still living here? Like, come on now. So he moved. Okay, so yes, he's the black bull male version of Monique. Nobody ain't gonna want to work with that ass no more. Okay, and if they do, people ain't gonna want to watch. It's gonna be bad for their business. Look at Lee Daniels. Okay, look at Empire. Such an amazing work that an African American man, entrepreneur man, had put together. Okay, and it's done. Star done. Okay. I love the after shows with T.S. Madison that she was doing on her page, but it's done. It is done. Okay? Star and Empire is done. And I'm sure Lee Daniel is pissed off, but we got to move on. Okay? Next. Okay, yeah, I had to get that off my chest because the disgraced Jesse Smollett has messed it up for a whole lot of people. Okay? And then especially for the LGBTQ community, stop putting everything in the LGBTQ community. Okay? Stop using the fact that this is what and I've seen it firsthand when the LGBTQ community get gay bashed. Okay, I even see people gay bash people in front of me. Okay, and for you to take that and use it as a joke, and think you could prosper from that, then you were wrong. You were dead wrong, my friend. Okay, you were dead wrong. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, so stay tuned for that information. We do know that just the disgraced Jussie Smollett will appear back in court on March the 18th. Okay, moving right along. All right, my next story is okay. So I'm going to take you to the papers. This is a part on Omega Studio. I'll take you to the papers, and I want to talk about this story in the papers. Okay, and it is about a doctor. This is about a doctor who is suing a Brooklyn hospital for homophobic. We were on the LGBT just a few minutes ago, but I want to take you guys to this story. Okay, I don't think we have any detail there, but I want to go ahead and give this. Oh, excuse me. I want to give you guys this in a live update. Okay. Or we could just do breaking news. Okay. Okay, so we could just do breaking news. All right, so breaking news. A doctor sues Brooklyn hospital for homophobic. This one is coming from the papers. Okay, yeah, so this doctor right here, this doctor right here is suing. Okay, so let's see. He says a gay, his name is Chad, okay? And he is subject to an anti-LGBTQ harassment and discrimination. Now, they don't play, they take those serious when it comes to harassment, discrimination in the LGBT community, especially those people who are discriminated against in housing, which they discriminate in not taking programs for housing because they feel that you're just unimportant to them. But the law says that they must do it and they must take it. So here, this guy right here, who is a surgeon resident at the hospital in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. Okay, this is an incident that happened in, supervised colleagues who discrimination, harassment, anti-LGBTQ discrimination for supervising colleagues in 2017 and 2018, according to the Brooklyn Supreme Court lawsuit he filed in September 2018. The doctor who filed the suit described workplace cultural homophobic comments, sexual harassment, retaliation at the downtown Brooklyn hospital. Okay, so they were just being really, really nasty to this man. Like it doesn't have no form. Anybody can be discriminated against. Okay, and for him to be discriminated against because of him. Okay, so we do see here. Okay, he said he was met with verbal onset homophobia when the doctor, associated program director, along with the chief resident, probed him with questions about how he joked around that he was HIV positive, and that's something that you don't play around with. Like there are people who are dying from the disease, and you talk about him having that because he's LGBT. See, that's the stereotype. The stereotype is that we just heard here is that being though he's LGBTQ, he's positive. Everybody who is positive, HIV positive, is not LGBTQ. There are straight people who are positive too. So for him to say that, it's like unbelievable. So this man is suing. He is suing. This is the type of harassment that this surgeon resident is going through at a hospital. Okay? So imagine if this shit going on in the hospital. Imagine the shit going on in the police department where you see these police officers are killing themselves. They commit suicide. Imagine what's going on at your workplace. Imagine what's going on at my workplace. Imagine what's going on in the White House. Imagine all this stuff that's going on. And then it's like, boom, it hits you. You can't take this no more. People harassing you. And then sometimes people just go and they don't have anybody to talk to or report anybody because they feel that they're going to be looked upon. So they go and they commit suicide. Lucky this man didn't go commit suicide because people take that when they're being harassed and they're being picked with and they don't know how to deal with those frustrations and they keep it all bottled up inside. And then what they do is they feel like, listen, if I'm the problem, then I need to eliminate this problem. But we're saying, no, go and talk to someone, okay? But this doctor, again, is suing the hospital in New York for homophobic, okay? So stay with Omega Studio News and Talk Show T as that story develops, and we'll give you more information as it happens, okay? All right, we have some issues here. Let's see if we can fix this real quick. All right, so shout out to everyone who is tuned in. Please, if you can, like the video, share the video, comment. I can tell you that we do know that the comments can appear up on the show. And we're posted right here. Okay, so moving right along. Come on, darn it. Okay, just give me 1 second, guys. I need some more. I want to move that over. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so again, we may have been or probably been experiencing technical difficulties, but we're back. Thank you guys for being so patient. Okay, so that doctor is suing, and I wish him the best. Okay, nothing but the best. Okay, so let's move on to the next story. Okay, let's move on to the coronavirus. Now, I talked about this before, and that's when I had gave you guys the information with agenda free. Okay, agenda free. I definitely gave you guys information when he was reporting about the coronavirus. But we do see here that desperate to stop the virus, the spread, and countries are definitely putting limitations on certain areas because of this virus. The virus is becoming very, very serious in different countries. Okay, so do we have any information on that? Okay. Okay. All right. So here. Okay. So right here again, we see that here. We see here that. We see here. I can hear you. Okay. So the virus is definitely spreading, and it's definitely on a rise, and countries are limited their areas and checkpoints. Okay, so police are manning checkpoints and quarantine areas where confined in rooms, hotels, definitely government station travel warning. More flights were suspended because of this crisis. So it matters the speed of time. We create clear point this week The president was caseload grew by 144 with total of 97 people sickened. And the cases of people could have affected many other people. So Italy North, say more than 200 people were sickened. A dozen towns were sealed off. Police will wear face masks. Uh, wow. Now, people, seriously, I don't even think it's that of a big problem here in the United States. But it's not that serious. And then you got to realize that there are fake stories out there. And I'm not really sure if this is considered a fake story, but this is from social media news. Okay. So they're saying that the South Korean military confirmed 13 troops have contracted the virus. Unbelievable. All I can just say about this is that everybody, please wash your hands. Please wash your hands. Please sanitize the doorknobs. Sanitize what you touch. If you see people sneezing where you're at, politely get up and move, because that's what I would have done. I would definitely get up and move, and I would definitely try to protect myself, because again, I told y'all before, a cold don't have no price name on it. No price name on it. Okay? And I can't afford a cold, so I'm sure you can't afford it. But they say ain't nobody got time for that. Right? Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so yeah, so this is the time that I would like to go into my favorite part of the show. Yeah, I know I have multiple parts of the show, yes. Favorite parts, talking about the blog page. However, I do have one other part. Yes, it is talking about the debt clock. How did you know? Wow, you was just so on T. Yeah, we will definitely get the T.S. Madison news, but because yeah, we have to get to this part. So I'm gonna take you guys over to the debt clock. Can we get the debt clock up? Can we get can we get the debt clock up, please? Can we get the debt clock? Get the debt clock. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get the debt clock, where I take you guys to what is the stock market of here on Omega Studio News. Okay, the stock market. When you guys have the stock market on the news, this is the stock market here on Omega Studio News and Talk to T. We talk about the debt clock, the debt clock right here. Okay, the debt clock, as we can continue to see. Let me just bring that up and put that up the screen, please. Okay, so we see that the debt clock is definitely the numbers are continuing to rise. We see the national debt is continued to still be on the rise. We see that the IRS in the green in the middle, right here. Okay, we see that they are still receiving what they're receiving, and we see that this is our data. Okay, and I was also saying again that if you had a state that you wanted to see or up on the show, let me know, and I'll put it up here, because again, I told you we can go to different states, right? We go to states here. Okay, we can go to Alaska. We can see the GDP and the spending and the food stamp recipients. And then when we go back, we could just go to any other state. Then they also have something cool. We can go to the world. Never showed this up on here. This is the world debt clock. The world debt clock, and it shows you that the United States is on top. And there's a whole lot of red going on. And there's a whole lot of GDP. The same GDP that Andrew Yang, Math, Make America Think Harder, was talking about, giving every citizen $1,000 coming from here. So we see United States high, then China, right? It seems like the United States has more population than any other country. We had 323 million. China's at 1 million. Japan at 126 million. Germany at 83 million. Yeah, we're actually at the top with the most people. I guess they love the United States. Nigeria, they had 201 million. Saudi Arabia at 34 million. Switzerland at 8 million. Yeah, man. But it seems like the United States is definitely in debt. We're actually in debt. And we can see that these numbers are rolling. Can we screen back up? Okay, we definitely see they're rolling, and we definitely really gonna see in 4 years that these numbers will definitely change. But eventually, if you want to know where your money is going and where it's being spent and all the money that is being spent in this country, just come right here to the debt clock. And that is the stock market for the Omega Studio News. Okay? All right. So special thanks to everyone who tuned in to Sunday, Kobe Bryant Day. Thank you guys so much for that. I can tell you, I'm trying to get this information from the Real Gay Wives of Houston. I do know. I'm trying to get the information. I had the information. I know I can hear you. Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Let me check out right now. Let me check out right now. Okay. So yeah. So live at 9. Okay. So Kobe Bryant on Sunday. Okay. Kobe Bryant on Sunday, and we will have the prison view. Will be definitely on Friday. Okay. And I do have some stories in the prison view that I want to save for Friday, so we could just open up for discussion. So I don't have anything further on coffee and conversation, which will be going out on Wednesdays, but we still know that it's Hump Day Wednesday. So, but also I was looking at something else, and maybe we can just get like uh the Periscope and do like maybe like 30 minutes footage on there. Okay. Let's see. Any breaking news here? No. R. Kelly, not really. Okay, so yeah, so let me just go here. This will actually this I'm gonna save it for prison. I'm gonna save it for prison view. I'll be talking. It's actually two stories. It's the Tennessee continues to push for execution for individuals who are up for execution for the death penalty. And then there was another one. Okay, so we can go ahead and give you guys this story right here, which I brought to you guys. I brought this story. Well, I didn't bring this story, but I brought this person up to you guys a couple of days ago. And yes, Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is up on the screen again, and he is definitely up on the screen because last time Cosby made headlines was when Snoop Dogg had, I guess he contacted Snoop Dogg for which he was on a cell phone, hit him up on Instagram, and we brought that here. But now we have a story right here where Bill Cosby publisher had said that he supports Harvey Weinstein. That's according to social media. Let's go in. Okay, so Bill Cosby publisher released a statement supporting convicted rapist Harvey Weinstein. Now, this is the publisher of someone who is also convicted of um of almost similarity of what this man is convicted of. But according to social media, Bill Cosby just cannot seem to keep his head down in prison. Okay, but they're saying that according to the social media, right here, the statement, and we see here, this is his publisher. There's a lengthy statement that his publisher had wrote, but I can say here, and they're saying that this is not shocking because the jury was not sequestered, which give them access to media coverage and sentimental of public opinion. There's no way you would have anyone believe that Mr. Weinstein was going to receive a fair and impartial trial. The statement begins. Then he continues to go on. But you guys could go on Media Takeout and read this, as well as, again, Bill Cosby posted this himself. Okay, he posted this himself, followed by 53.6K followers. And he is saying this. Okay, and then there's the hashtags again. Hashtag Free Bill Cosby. Hashtag Far From Finished. Hashtag Due Process. Hashtag Justice Reform. So Bill Cosby just cannot continue to keep his mouth shut. He's like, hey, listen, if they have all this contraband inside, man, I'm famous. I know that I can go ahead and get my hands on a cell phone so I can go ahead and keep in contact with my kin and my folks, and also post to social media on things that matters to him. So according to his publisher, he definitely felt that he needed to make his approach and come to social media and tell us that he stands with Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, I mean, I think all people who are actually convicted in such heinous and atrocious crimes, they definitely stick together and they say, listen, man, hey, man, I know I've been found guilty of this thing, but I wasn't tried for a fair hearing. I was tried in a court of a public opinion. And I say that this man, too, was tried and didn't have a fair hearing, and we're charged with the same thing. So let it be known that we're just two innocent people and that the evidence does not matter and that we're just sitting in jail. And well, I really believe that Harvey Weinstein is going to get more time than Bill Cosby, but we never know because, again, we see the guilty and not guilty. So we'll see. Okay. All right. So moving right along. So yes, shout out to everyone on social media network. Yeah, I know we haven't really been I haven't really been up there. I haven't been I know I gotta show some love to everybody over there on Periscope. Yes, I do miss you guys over there. Okay? Yes, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Wherever you're at, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the Omega Studio News and Talk Show T. Thank you guys so much for being here. Also, too, yes, the background, the Omega Studio News and Talk Show T. Y'all like that? Y'all like that? The background of Omega Studio News and Talk Show T. So I'm trying to like keep it cute. Okay, I'm trying to now see if I can go ahead and just keep up. It's crazy because again, let me talk about this real quick because I tell y'all. The jury people, when I be having the jury people up, they just definitely are just really upset. They're not here today in the building because they was here yesterday. And it was like, darn it, when the hell is the queen judge coming out to on the bench? And I'm like, it's not happening. So they stayed very late. So they were pissed off about that. But while we're on this topic here, we're going to go into our next topic, and that is T.S. Madison News, Maddie Mob. Okay, so T.S. Madison, we do know that she was not on the bench yesterday. Okay, so apparently the jury people were ready for jury review, but unfortunately we were unable to, we were unable to. We were thinking, and just like they were saying that that might be the problem where that emergency meeting with Funky Janiva was did the justice. So we kind of was expected that that wasn't going to happen. Okay, so yeah, so we do see that T.S. Madison posted something on social media. Amazing picture. Okay, we do see that Madison did post another picture of her mother's sister. Okay, 8 years ago today we lost you. Okay, she almost looks just like T.S. Madison. She looks just like Miss Mary. But yeah, we see here she also says that even though it crushed me 8 years ago, it uplifted me now knowing that you are my assigned guardian angel, my mother's sister, my aunt, my friend. Okay, so she posted that. And I want to see if anything, if we can, let me see if we can do this. Because I think this, I think she goes and do more on here than, hold on, let me see. I know she do more in here. So with that being said, we're just gonna go ahead and go to the Twitter page. Okay, we're gonna go to the Twitter page. We're gonna go to T.S. Madison's Twitter page. Okay, public forum formation. Okay, T.S. Madison, T.S. Madison News, and Maddie Mob. This is the real T.S. Madison. We do see that this is the photo that I was talking about that T.S. Madison had posted on her we now see on Twitter, but we see it on Facebook. Okay, amazing picture. Okay, was we able to see? Okay, we was able to see how. Okay, it did blow. Okay, so that's T.S. Madison. Oh, we didn't mean to go there. How do we go back? Okay. All right, so let's bring it up full screen. Okay, so yeah, so this is T.S. Madison's page. Okay, so again, this is this is what she had wrote on her Facebook page, as we can see right here on her Twitter, the real T.S. Madison. Okay, and then we can see right here that T.S. Madison has an event at Impulse. No Fats, No Films. Celebrate event featuring T.S. Madison Open Bar, March the 7th, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Red Rock. What was that? Yeah, so I know I heard about that, but we're here. I heard about that. That was the interview that was on YouTube with Ahmad. Okay. All right. So yeah. So this is T.S. Madison's page on her on her Twitter. Okay, and you guys can follow her on Twitter if you guys want the scoop. Okay, we just wanted to give the scoop because this is T.S. Madison Maddie Mob News. Okay. All right. So yes, but while we're still on Maddie Mob News, yeah, that should be great. It should be called Maddie Mob News. T.S. Madison. Well, it is T.S. Madison News, but it should be called Maddie Mob News. Okay, so yeah, we have a new part where we just inducted Maddie Mob News. Moving forward, it will be called Maddie Mob News. Okay, and definitely will give you all the news on T.S. Madison. But I can tell you that we watched a video with Ahmad Wiggins, who definitely had to address T.S. Madison. I'm not sure a formal manager, because again, we have not heard it from T.S. Madison if Gio is still the manager. But he said he's done. Okay, there's so much interviews on social media. People took his video and they just are going to works with it. Okay, honey, they're just using it. Like I said before, when you push it out there, You cannot undo that. Okay? And the words that you put out there, it is out there forever because people are recording, people are picking up the story, and they're doing it free of for see when I say the word free, step your pussy up, okay, comes to my mind. And when I say the free, the residual income comes to my mind. And that just makes me think, that's why I was having problems saying it, is because it makes me think about T.S. Madison when she says that. And people just give out so much information. Again, it has not come from the horse's mouth. It has not come from the horse's mouth on whether or not she is out of a manager or Gio is still a manager. But according to what he's doing, he's ripping and ramming and talking and nothing but gibberish about so much stuff. Like everybody's picking that up. And step your pussy up. Residual income. I wouldn't have went out there and talked about these stories. I would have wrote a book. Yes, I would have did what John Boehner did. I would have wrote a motherfucking book. And I would have had it been released out into the public so nobody can take any type of mother and use it. This is authentic. It is approval here. My words, and you guys got it. But no, we have a video. It is a video out there, and people are taking it and they're running to town with it. So again, T.S. Madison has not came out with any type of disclosure, notice, official statement. We have not seen it on her Facebook page. We have not seen it on the Twitter page. So we don't know what's going on. But again, these interviews are still popping up. And the latest with Ahmad Wiggins, who definitely had to address T.S. Madison manager Gio on some things. And I mean, he went in on that particular problem, okay? Okay, he went in on it. And it's so interesting because I was sitting there trying to think, who the hell is Gary Coleman? Gary Coleman is dead. Who the hell is Gary Coleman? And then I had to go back and I was like, well, Kareem, if you're a Matty Mob, this is Matty Mob News. And if you're a Matty Mob, then you'll know who Gary Coleman is. And then I was like, oh my God, I know who Gary Coleman is. And I was like, oh my God, this person looks just like Gary Coleman. So I see why and how they got that name, Gary Coleman. So yeah, it hit me all right here when I heard about who Gary Coleman was. But no, shout out to the real Gary Coleman, rest in peace. Okay, but yes, it's just a whole bunch of stuff going on here on T.S. Madison, Matty Mob News. So again, the whole Geo information is rampant and gibberish all up online, social media. It is free publicity, step your pussy up, residual income. Okay, it's all publicity stunt. That's what I see it is. I'm just thinking that again, it did not come from the horse's mouth. Until then, the official statement has not been released, so we don't know. Okay, we don't know. Okay, but yes, so this is or has been Matty Mob News, and please stay tuned. The name is changing from T.S. Madison News, Matty Mob, to now Matty Mob News. Okay, next. All right, so I have some information. Okay, so now we heard in the news about Pop Smoke and how he was killed young. We hear about Nipsey Hussle killed young. We hear about XXX Tentacion killed young, and the list just continues to go on. So we have this story from Social Media Network on another rapper who was killed, who was shot and killed by the name of Dallas rapper Channel 5, JDUB or J-Dub, okay? And we have some information according to social media, okay, where if you guys have not seen it already, but we have some information and a video that we would like to show you guys. Your discretion is advised on this video, okay? Where the rapper was here, he was. It's not showing that he was killed, but it's showing that he's there getting assistance. Almost like the video that was shared when Pop Smoke was being taken out of the home and led into an ambulance and CPR was being done on him. This video here will be a video of the okay, so we're gonna take you to this video right here. Stand by. Stand by. Are we gonna have audio for this? Okay, stand by. We're gonna go ahead to this footage right here. Okay, so this is a YouTube post on the rapper. Okay, so this is the YouTube post. Okay, do we have footage? Okay.
He's a little young boy, black with gold teeth and shit in his mouth, laying in my yard with a fucking AK. I heard all this shooting at about 3:30 in the morning. And I couldn't see on the other side of my car to know that this baby been laying here since then. And my neighbors just
okay, so this is a rapper.
They said this one of your kids laying in the grass.
Who is or just been shot and killed, okay, by the name of Channel 5 JDUB was murdered. And you can see right here the footage that was released on social media that he is now laying there. Your discretion is advised when watching this video. Okay, so this is the video of a rapper who was shot and killed. Now we're hearing too many stories about. We have more information. Okay, we're still hearing stories about the young individuals being killed. Okay, so according to social media, we're now seeing that this is we now see that it says captured on IG Live. It didn't show the murder captured on it. It just showed them laying down. So again, popular Dallas rapper Channel 5 J-Dub was shot and killed. The rapper was caught slipping by his OPPs and shot multiple times in the head. Okay, we just seen that video. The aftermath of Channel 5 J-Dub killing was live streamed on Instagram Live. And the video, which has since went viral, homeowner filmed the rapper dead body, which is laying in the man's backyard. Okay, we didn't see any shooting going on. We just seen that it was a body laying there. Okay, and that was the video that we seen. Okay, Channel 5 J-Dub, who calls himself a Dallas drill rapper, was on the verge of breaking out as a mainstream artist. Pop Smoke was on the verge of breaking as a upcoming artist, and they killed him. Nipsey Hussle, XXXTentacion. Like, they just don't want to see people make it in the game, and they just get so jealous, and they just get so filled with rage and envy that they want to end these people's lives. And again, another rapper by the name of J-Dub, rapper Channel 5, was murdered and killed on social media. Okay? All right. So moving right along. All right. So yeah, so I'll see if we can get the after show up and going for this program. But again, if we don't have if we don't have any type of works on the connection audio, they're not gonna be able to do it. Okay. All right. So let's see if we have any more information for this Super Tuesday. Okay. Yes, we do know that Michael Jordan did give a touching speech at Kobe Bryant's memorial service on yesterday. We do know that Shaquille O'Neal gave a speech as well as the wife. I didn't watch the whole thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really sure if they spoke or not. I don't know if the the father, mother, or sister spoke, but according to social media, they're saying that they didn't. That's what they're saying. Matter of fact, let's see if we can. Matter of fact, let me see if we if there's any story on this because I want to know. Bring it to the light, Carolyn. I want to know. Okay, so yeah, so here, matter of fact, let's bring this up so we can see what they're talking about. Okay, I broke the news to you guys that the late Kobe Bryant wife, widow, was suing the airline or the helicopter that was involved in her husband's death, as well as the pilot. Now, the social media is bringing this, like, where are they getting this information from? Let's see. Can we bring it up, please? Where are they? Where are they getting this from? Okay, so this is coming from MTL. Okay, we do see that's the wife. Okay, that's the wife right there. And right here are the parents. Okay, I think this is the sister, the mother, and the father. Okay, so here we see Kobe Bryant parents was seated in the second row of the audience and off to the side away from Vanessa and her daughters. They all should have been sitting together. Okay, but again, you know, like I reported here before, they had said that they were fighting over the funeral arrangements for Gigi and also Kobe. However, the family was like, well, Kobe's Catholic, and then the family was like, well, they wanted to have it at the Staples Center. So if the family put this together, okay, and it was okay by Vanessa, then I'm not sure. According to social media, saying that I guess they didn't speak. It says here, many folks on social media say many folks on social media are upset and believe that Kobe passing was being disrespectful. Believe that Kobe's parents were being disrespectful. And it says not given a chance to speak at their own son's memorial. I thought that they planned the memorial. Many fans on Twitter are accusing Vanessa, if not making concerns, efforts on mending things and show her husband parents some respect. Unbelievable. Many fans on Twitter believe that it would have been more fitting for immediate family members outside of Vanessa to speak at the memorial service, since for Kobe Bryant was not just a basketball player legend, he was their son and or brother. But they say here that the memorial service was emotional, well done, but there was clearly a giant elephant in the room. We know when it comes to black funerals, okay, we know when it comes to black funerals, it's always a problem. It's always a problem. If it ain't a problem about the repast, if it ain't a problem where this person gonna be buried at, if it ain't a problem with what this person gonna wear, if it ain't a problem what the casket gonna look like, who gonna ride in the limousine, who gonna be up there giving the remarks and eulogizing, it's always a problem. Always. Always. Like, for example, over 20 years ago at my aunt's funeral, right? I want to bring this up because I want to use this statement. It was a problem at my aunt's funeral. Okay? And the problem was you know, it wasn't me because I did sing my heart out at my Aunt Shirley's funeral. Like I sung it out. I remember it like it was yesterday. Then I remember my brother coming down the aisle with shackles on his feet. Okay, but that wasn't the problem. The problem was my cousin Selena. God rest her soul. Charles, I love you. Okay, Selena Shirley was in a casket, and it was time for the casket to be closed so we can get to Jersey City because we were in Newark before that cemetery closed. Because cemeteries and churches and funeral homes don't have anything to do with each other. When they say you have to be at that cemetery at a certain time, you have to be there at a certain time. And we were leaving from Newark and we had to go all to Jersey City. So we had to move. Okay? So it was on the verge of closing the casket, and the problem was Selena, she arrived mad late. Maybe it was traffic, probably come from Jersey City, and people were having a problem. They was like, no, don't have that casket, don't open that casket back up. Don't, it's over, it's done. But that is the daughter. She had every right to see Shirley for the last time, but that was the problem. But I can tell you, it's always a problem at a funeral. Always. And then the biggest problem is the wills, who's going to pay for this, who's going to pay for that. That's why I always urge people to plan for your funeral arrangements now. So as you put a down payment on a car, down payment on a house, you could write your will and you could pay for your funeral arrangements. Okay? Put $20 there, $30, life insurance, and you plan out your own funeral so that when it's entrusted and you pass away, then you'll know what happens to you, who's going to be there, who's not going to be there, and what's going to be said and what's going to be done. Just don't just drop dead and then we don't know what's going to happen because it always happens like that. When daddy wanted to be interned at a cemetery, but they wound up cremating him. Or mommy wanted to be put in the ground, but the daddy wanted to put her in the crypts or a mausoleum. So you see what I'm saying? So yes, it was a problem here. And according to social media, they're saying that Vanessa was wrong. They didn't let the family speak. And my thing is this: the family, they should have had their own thing, if not anything, if not any bringing this whole fame and fortune to their head because they knew it was going to be big time stars there and that they probably get a piece of the spotlight. Because I don't see any video on social media where I see, unless I missed it, that he was with his family, his mother, his sister, his brother. You know, we've seen pictures with him and Vanessa and everything and the kids, but I don't see any of that. So that's the thing. And then social media is getting mad. Again, shit happens more when you're dead than you are alive, okay? And it's just so sad that they are just doing this. And I really believe that they should have talked and they had the opportunity. But if they didn't, then it's already passed, okay? Okay, it already passed. And maybe they want to have their own memorial. And with social media nowadays, Facebook it live, do their own thing. Maybe this was just something that the city, because I did hear that the city wanted to put together something for Kobe Bryant and his daughter. Okay, but catch me on more information on Kobe Bryant Sunday as we can discuss more about this. Okay, and more news on Kobe Bryant. On Kobe Bryant Day on Sunday, right here on the OmegaStudioNews Talk Show T. Okay, so is there any other information before we come to a closure here on the show? Shout out to those who are on social media, Facebook. Thank you guys for liking the page. If you guys can like the video, and also on YouTube, thank you guys so much for being here. Okay. Shout out to those who are on Periscope. Okay. This is Super Tuesday. I'm so excited to be here tomorrow. We do know that it is Ash Wednesday as well as the 8 year anniversary for Trayvon Martin, who definitely died on that day 8 years ago by Andrew Dummerman. Okay, so we do know that the 8 years is passing by when he was killed on February the 26th, 2012. 8 year anniversary being, we're going to acknowledge that on the show. Stay tuned for that. It's Ash Wednesday as well. Okay, so I do see, now I'm not really sure what is that all about, but I do know if you guys follow Dog, the bounty hunter, so we know that we had lost Beth on last year due to stage 4 cancer. But it seems like he's been in the news recently, and just I'm not really sure if they're doing this because this is like a publicity stunt. But they're saying now I know that when the love of your life dies, okay, when the love of your life dies, right, and you know you would move on with life. However, it's like everybody is definitely getting on this man because he is trying to find love again, but it's like every time he goes here is a problem. Every time he goes here is a problem. If he goes there is a problem. Okay, and it's like they say he married someone, and then the internet is saying, no, you're not supposed to marry that person. You're supposed to stay single for the rest of your life and worry about someone who is dead and not get any type of love. That's what you're supposed to do. Please. Sheree Winfield said it the best. I'll get sleep when I'm dead. When I'm alive, I'ma live my best life. Okay? Living my best life. I am here and I'm living it. So forget social media, forget the blogs. Go out there and love who makes you happy. Okay, find love who the person who makes you happy. Okay, so a dog definitely found that type of love. Then stop getting and putting him in the media so much because y'all want to know who the hell he marrying. Beth is gone. Okay, Beth Chapman, the late Beth Chapman had passed away. Okay, she is never coming back. Okay, so he's supposed to mourn her forever and not find any love and not get love from anybody. If you want to marry somebody, let him marry somebody. Damn. This just brings me to the whole Whitney Houston and the hologram. Okay, like you guys are definitely getting upset because there's a hologram. Yeah, we did take a look at what the hologram looked like, but in the same way, it's like, come on now, be grateful that at least they're trying. At least they're trying to put her out here so you guys could definitely get a piece of her. And I know my guest was saying, well, on the show that it may be, it's a money problem, but yeah, it's a money thing, but still everybody's getting a chance to see her instead of just listening to her and not seeing her. I would like to see her, but no shade. That did not look like Whitney Houston. Like seriously. That did not look like Whitney Houston. Okay? Okay, so without further ado, I want to take this time out to again thank you guys, thank everybody who is here. This is the end of the stream. Okay, this is the end of the stream. Okay, if there is any breaking news, please come forward. Please come forward. Okay, is there any breaking news? Okay, shout out to those who are on our social media. Yeah, we do have. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if we can do this. Um. Okay. Okay. There's no breaking news. All right. So okay. So without further ado, I want to thank you guys so much for being here and being present. Okay, you could have been somewhere else, but you decided to be here watching the show. I want to shout out to those on Facebook, shout out to those on Periscope, shout out to those on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. Thank those who are here. Thank those who are on their way. For more information, you guys could visit the blog page. Bye.